Well, I mean, I don't want to be an ad hom, but why is he talking like that?
He's got an extremely strange cadence here. You got to admit. Yeah.
He's talking like he's doing a bad William Shatner impression.
Is that what it is? Like, it is a little William Shatnerish, isn't it?
Well,
it's like the Blue Origin, and we were going into space.
Actually, no. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like that text-to-speech voice, like the yelling text-to-speech voice. That's what it's like. I have that on my computer somewhere. I have to find that.
Well, in fact, he was right. Kyle Rittenhouse was an active.
Oh my God, Sitch, no! How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
There it was.
The legal scholar comes in and says, "Oh yes, of course, he was an active shooter."
Yes. Oh wait a minute. I've actually.
How is this possible? A year later, that he doesn't even know that he's not an active shooter.
So I actually found an audio clip of this professor teaching class.
Are we gonna get to listen to that?
Yeah. So let me play it real quick. Okay.
Really? You're gonna put it in?
Yeah.
We're at 3 minutes.
No, I'm gonna play it through. I'm gonna play it through my side. Okay.
Okay. Is that
You're not
possible?
gonna see anything. It's just audio. Yeah.
Kyle Rittenhouse is totally evil and racist.
Oh my God.
So racist. He totally yelled at the prosecution and was angry. Did you hear his cell phone ring? It was a song Trump used, so he must be racist.
Oh my God. Did you? How are you doing this? This is amazing.
That was. What do you mean? I didn't do anything. That was the guy.
No,
that was Paul Butler.
That was too fucking amazing.
That was the Paul Butler teaching his class.
Is that really your text-to-speech program?
No, that's an audio clip of Paul Butler. I don't understand.
You have Paul Butler as a text-to-speech voice? Like, do it again. That was so perfect.
No. Come on. Let's not ad hom too much.
Here. Did you type that in, or were you doing that yourself?
I didn't type anything in. That was a legitimate clip of Paul Butler. I don't understand why you're so confused by this.
Look at this. Sitch is a fucking magician here. That was amazing. That might have been the best comedy moment on the show this year. And Sitch is like, I'm not gonna tell you how I did it.
Because I'm telling you, that's just what happened. Listen,
no,
that was a clip of Paul Butler.
Everything he said was perfect. Did you not hear the cell phone ring?
I'm surprised he didn't bring up the tissue box. Honestly.
Did you not hear the cell phone ring?
I really thought he was going to bring up the tissue box. I'm surprised.
Oh, this is insane. That was insane. I'm dying. I'm dying here.
Let's continue.
And he already killed 2 people. What citizens are supposed to do in that situation is to...
How's he such a fucking liar?
I know. Well, because he's a text-to-speech program, Adam. It's not his fault. Okay. The reason Joy Reid couldn't come in today is because she had to reprogram him for today.
He had already killed 2 people in self-defense.
Yes.
I just don't understand how that equates to active shoot. Can you imagine the Columbine kids going in and going, okay, don't shoot anyone until they attack us.
we'll claim self-defense.
I know. It's insane. No school shooter does that.
Call the police to alert authorities. This witness testified he put his hands in the air, but when he saw Mr. Rittenhouse re-rack his rifle, he was afraid for his life. The videotape is the star witness in this case. So the jurors will look at the videotape, they'll hear this testimony, and then they'll decide whether they believe this witness or whether they believe Mr. Rittenhouse.
I mean, he may have imagined that he re-racked because it's such a stressful situation.
Sure,
that could be
in
true.
That moment, who knows what it looked like.
In my intro to you, I said that the judge instructed the jury to disregard Grosskretz's description of the shooting of a protester as, quote, murder. Is that because murder is actually there's a legal definition of murder?
That's exactly right. So it's the jury
Did
who
you just
will
call him a
decide
tard? I think
whether
you did.
Mr. Rittenhouse
might
is
have.
a murderer based on the fact that he killed the first two victims in this case. This judge likes the limelight, and he's micromanaging this case. This is the same judge.
Oh my word. Oh my word.
He's micromanaging the case by not allowing bullshit evidence.
I know.
He's lying some bullshit evidence, but you know.
Focusing on making sure that the defendant gets a fair trial is now categorized as micromanaging the case. Doing your fucking job. Micromanaging the case.
Terrible.
This is insane.
Who did not allow the victims in this case to be described as victims, even though Mr. Rittenhouse killed two of them. And the witness who testified today had graphic testimony about how Mr. Rittenhouse blew the bicep off of this man's arm when he shot him.
Let's talk more about this, Judge, because I'm following loosely this trial.
Oh, following loosely, are you?
Are we watching Vosh now? Like, oh, I'm the guy who's reporting on this in national news. He's only been following the trial loosely. Thank you. What have you been doing? What is your job exactly? What have you been doing in your spare time?
A lot of news stacking up. Okay,
right.
He's got to keep up on all of it.
I forgot.
Yeah. Donald Trump may have attempted to open another Twitter account secretly or something like that. They got to cover that shit.
But everything I hear about this judge just sort of is played in my head that this trial is, sorry to use the word, rigged. That the instructions of the judge is making it pretty much impossible for the jury to actually consider all the facts and come up with a verdict where justice will be served.
My God, this is terrible. This is terrible. He's calling this trial rigged because the only way to serve justice is to find a guilty verdict.
Yep. It's just stochastic terrorism.
This is stochastic terrorism. Yeah. So he's basically saying, unless we get the verdict that we want, justice will not have been served. Yeah. Terrible.
Or am I way out there in what I just said?
Please tell him he's way out there.
Yeah.
Please.
Do you think he's going to tell him that?
No, he's going to say that's exactly correct is what he's going to say. But he's going to say it in your stupid speech-to-text voice.
Not at all, Jonathan. I understand your concerns. Remember, this judge also ruled that the victims could be referred to as looters, arsonists, and rioters if there's evidence that is presented that they did those things. So far, no evidence at all. Mr. Grosskreutz was a trained EMT officer there to offer medical aid.
What? Dude, Rosenbaum started fires all along the street. What the fuck is he talking about?
He's talking about
porta
Gage.
Potty on fire.
He's talking about Gage, probably.
Okay.
He very dishonestly switched. It's like, well, there's no evidence that Gage did any of this.
Oh, so he did mention Gage.
Right, but the defense.
Thought he said they, though.
I don't remember, but the defense hasn't labeled Gage as an arsonist or looter or anything like that.
I think he said no evidence that.
Maybe.
The first victim wasn't a protester. He was a man who just been released from a psychiatric hospital who seemed to be having a mental health crisis. And so when the
How
judge
does that
allows
hurt Kyle? That helps Kyle. A crazy person is attacking him who's having a mental health crisis.
It doesn't help him with the stochastic terrorism. They're basically saying, oh, they're going to the old chestnut that, why are we inviting cops when people are having a mental health crisis? We need mental health workers there. And Kyle Rittenhouse just playing the cop when he should have been playing the mental health worker would have avoided all of this catastrophe. That's the argument he's making. It's an insane argument, but
these victims to be described as criminals, that certainly calls into question his judgment, if not his bias.
If not his bias.
It's not his bias, yeah.
You got to tell, at least when the stream ends, you got to tell me how you did that amazing.
I didn't do anything. I just found another. I just found
Did you copy paste like something he said? Because
Listen,
what he
I think.
said is like,
Listen, well, I found another one of his behind the scenes classes. So you're asking how I got this. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you how I got this.
I
Okay.
can't tell. Look, there's
Okay.
two choices here. Sitch is using a voice modulator, and he's actually saying this stuff, or he's literally got a text-to-speech program that sounds exactly like Mr. Butler here.
Listen, no, I'll tell you what actually happened. I'll tell you the truth. Okay, so one of Paul Butler's students reached out to me, and he's been secretly recording his classes.
Nobody buys into that. Nobody believes that.
And he's sending me clips from his classes.
You're such a liar. You're such a liar. Okay, Gross Groots.
No.
Okay, Gross Groots. No one on the jury is buying these lies. I mean, they're funny. They're definitely funny.
Listen. Okay, this is another clip that this unnamed student, okay, who wishes to remain anonymous, okay, an anonymous source has sent me, okay, another clip of Paul Butler's class. So let's listen in. I haven't heard this one yet, though, so I hope he doesn't say anything offensive.
Oh, I'm sure he won't.
I forgot about the racist tissue box. Thank you. Oh my God, did you see that KKK hood? This Kyle was an active shooter vigilante. This micro-machine managing judge is taking orders from Donald J. Trump to rig the trial. Kyle should have shot Rosen with a mental health worker, not a gun.
Oh my God, no!
I believe he said this in class.
No! Sid, you have to tell me how you're doing this. This is fucking incredible.
I told you, someone's sending me clips from his class. I don't. Why do you keep asking me the same question? I feel like you're biggering me. Okay, ask an answer.
I don't understand. Like look, I can't read. I can't read. I've used text-to-speech voices my entire life. I've never heard one this insane. I could not get through a book with this. I could not get through an article with this. I would just be like, I would be laughing too hard.
That's because it's not a text-to-speech. That's the guy's voice.
You know? Oh, there's no way. There's no way. I'm dying here. I'm dying here. You have to tell me. I'm dying. I have to know.
Stop bingering me. Objection. Ask an answer.
Oh my God. You're going the full judge. I don't understand here. He's answering. Look, he told you the kid from the class messaged him with the recording.
I told you
you're such a liar. You're such a liar.
I cannot believe this chat. Can you believe Adam is impugning my honor as a comedy show?
You are such a liar. I can't. This is like the magician thing. It's totally like the magician thing. Sitch has this great trick and he doesn't want to share it with any of us. None of us can know the truth. It's okay. Adam is just
jealous that the anonymous source is not sending him clips of Paul Butler's class.
I am jealous. Okay. I'm totally jealous. God, I would love to incorporate this.
Listen, maybe, this student has told me that Paul Butler talks on a host of subjects, so we might hear from him in the future talking about all sorts of subjects.
I hear it's so funny because I hear the little click like a text-to-speech thing. But are you typing this out?
I'm not. You might have like the loudest keyboard in the world, dude.
This is I know this is the funniest thing. This is the funniest thing. Are people? Are you selecting like things from the chat to put in?
No.
Are these other people's? Are you guys in the chat doing this?
Sitch never lies. That's true.
Because it's the perfect. I mean, the things he's saying are like the perfect things.
So we have one more video where we finally, the guys that have stuck through this. Okay, we started off with like 3,300 viewers. We're down to 1,700. You guys are the true champions. You have, like Adam. I have been taking Adam on this trip through the
it's been
20
painful.
circles of hell.
It's been painful. It was worth it. It was worth it for the recordings of Butler. Okay.
Finally,
That made it all worthwhile.
That's true. It did. Yeah, maybe Cat Branchman says maybe Butler can make a cameo for Social Justice Detective 2. I'll ask. That's a great suggestion.
He would be great. He is an acting natural.
We're at the final pit of hell. We're at the final Malboja. The final circle of hell is before us. Oh my God. The you know that student I told you about?
Mm-hmm.
Paul Blart Mall Cop student.
Mm-hmm.
He said he sent his professor a message.
I love you, Sitch. I love you.
He said he sent that professor a message about
I love you.
about us. And he answered. I haven't listened to the answer yet.
Let's hear it. Let's hear the answer.
Apparently he asked them. Okay.
Adam, I would love to be in Social Justice Detective 2. But only if I don't have to cross state lines. We all know that is the most serious of crimes. Even more serious than pedophilia.
Oh my God.
That's the minor crime, unless he crosses state lines first.
Oh my
And
God.
train all the way choo-choo.
No.
See, he thought it was odd.
No.
Paul Blart Mall Cop professor is A train all the way, guys.
No way. How are you doing this? How are you sneakily typing in the funniest thing ever?
I told you the kid he asked his professor if you would be in your movie, and he said yeah. So there you go.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Awesome.
That's great. We'll have a real celebrity in Social Justice Detective 2.
Tell me you never use that reader on your own.
I don't. I read with my eyeballs. I don't use any readers.
I have a reader. Come on.
I know you do, but you can't read.
Yeah,
So it
I
makes
know.
sense. Yeah.
Well, and I like to do other things at the same time. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, let's get to these super chats. I only have like 15 minutes left.
I do them on Tuesday. Are you kidding me?
Well, have we got all the $20 ones? We're obligated.
did.
We're financially
We
obligated.
got all
to do.
the $20
Really?
super chats.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Yes.
I'm kind of liking our Tuesday super chat streams. They're fun.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's great.
Hi, you just listened to a clip from the Sitch and Adams show. If you like what you heard, you can listen to our live show right here on this channel on Sunday, starting at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And if you want, you can super chat us. We read $20 and up super chats on the show and then do a follow-up stream on the following Tuesday where we read the rest of the unread super chats and interact with fans of the show. Subscribe to this channel right here to listen to the live show or to listen to more of our awesome clips.